How you doing? You got a great seat, don't you? You know, you do something, you play a character for 3 years, and then you get material that's good, like these guys gave me, that, you know, really captures the tone of what we did. So it wasn't that different. It's a good question. It wasn't at all. You know, it used to be, I'd go to work and I'd pull on that cowl, and immediately it was magic. You pull on the cowl, you just become Batman. You want to go out and play Batman, you get enthusiastic. Yeah. Well, that, you know, that's part of developing a character. It stays with you. You can do it. I think the writing for this film was good enough that my challenge, it occurred to me, let me try to do again exactly the writer's intent to see what I can do with it. And that becomes a challenge for me. And I think the people with whom I work appreciate that. But then if it gets to a spot that you know damn well that you can enhance something or make it funny or whatever, they allow me to do it, like with family. You know, the thing about it is sometimes you work with the animation coming after.
Yes.
They film or watch you with whatever you're doing with the characters, and that helps the animators. This time, with this project, we lip synced with the animation.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We had a chance to watch the film, the animation, and then put it together as we went along. And that was kind of fun. I like that because you could see, you know, what the people involved were doing. And I think they did a splendid job. As I look at the poster over there, look at that thing. I mean, that really is an idealized, but comic book from the 60s
Yes.
look, isn't it? And it's kind of fun. Yeah. The longevity is owing to the fact that we did it seriously for the children. You know, so they would be excited by it, but funnily for the adults, that they would certainly be able to sit with their kids, and while the kids were taking it very seriously and excited, and Dad began to laugh his head off, and one kid would say to the other, "What's he laughing at? That's not funny." But it was for the adults. So now that was a tightrope. You know, I'm not bragging, but to have to play the seriousness for the children and at the same time tongue-in-cheek for the adults. It worked. Yeah, it seemed to work because that's why people, it's my feeling, you know, still watch the show and why it's lasting. You know, this show of ours has probably been seen by more people and made more money, if you will, than any of the features. You know, over time, you know, it's been out there for 50 years, for God's sake. I'm a senior superhero now, you little whippersnappers.
Do you think Batman works best with a Robin? That that's like an essential part of him?
I guess. You know, I ran into Clooney here, as a matter of fact, one time. And I started to say, George, you didn't kill the Batman franchise. But before I could open my mouth, he said to me, Adam, I ruined the Batman. I said, no, you didn't. You know, different actors have different ways of doing things, and I think that everyone is doing Batman now. They're all very talented and good people, really good. But just because I'm better, no. The only difference is I made it funny, I'm a happier Batman.
To expand on that a little bit, what would be your Batman's personal mantra to get into that character?
I'll tell you what I did. I had some people who helped me by putting on makeup, right? And with the costuming and so on. And I had an assistant. And I had a little house on the lot because the hours were very long. And they actually gave me a cottage where I could stay overnight much of the time. And then get up and get ready and go right to the stage. Well, I had them trained so they would come in and immediately switch on the kind of music I really like. So I love jazz, I love big band jazz, Basie Ellington, all the guys. And then I began to like, a lot of the rock and stuff. So I would hear this. This is the preparation. And it would get me, it would get me going a bit. And then the cowl. I look at it and I say, to myself, oh my God, I've got to wear that thing again another day. It's 180 degrees in it. And then I think, wait a minute, this is the way you do it. Wait a minute. Batman cap. Hey, let's go out and play Batman. Come on. You be Robin. I'll be Bat. Yeah. You see, that kind of childlike enthusiasm was what really keyed me into doing this, I think, the way I did. You remember what you felt as a kid about the character and playing it. It's that simple. And then, of course, there were the years and years of Actors Studio.
So is it safe to say that Batman would be a fan of Benny Goodman?
Yes. Yes, he really would. Benny Goodman, Count Basie, Ellington, Stan Kenton, Charlie Barnett, Sweet Indian Maiden, all that stuff. And then there's a guy in Hollywood, and he did one with the voices, and he did a recording. He wrote a song called Wild West, I believe. And, you listen to that thing, and that kind of gets the juices flowing a little. But you really have to somehow, with a sense memory, I don't mean to make actor talk, but conjure up, a kind of enthusiasm and involvement, almost childlike, to do that kind of work, the way I did it, Now to do a more brooding, introspective, haunted Batman, I could do that. Oh my God, yes, I used to do those roles. But I chose to make it funny. And I think it was okay. You see, when you nail a character, when you have it, and you're not finding your way with the other actors and so on, it's simpler that way. And I think for most of us, just to go in and do it and get out.
Thank you very much.
That's it, right?
You're the best.
Okay, that's the one. Yeah, that was fun.